I started to fall in love with breakdancing because it was so cool, so strong it attracted me so much. Other kinds of dancing don't give me the same feeling.
B-Boy EX is part of Hong Kong's Olympic breakdancing team. At 31 years old, he's been dancing since he was 15. While he picked up the sport quickly, he remembers his first battle, that's when dancers compete against each other, was daunting.
I was very shy. I had no confidence because it was my first time. I was afraid of being bad. When I started to get serious and really focused and devoted myself to it, I got better. After working hard for several years, I went to competitions in many different countries, and then I realized my shortcomings.
He trained harder and got better.
It feels really good. Even people who don't know you would cheer for you. They'll like you and support you.
When breakdancing was added as an Olympic sport, he trained every day, but it wasn't easy balancing his full-time job as a plumber with training.
Because of this job, I work all day. I finish work at 5 or 6 o'clock, so I train and dance right after work. Just work and dance every day non-stop. Even when I have a holiday, that's when I compete. My holiday is a dance competition.
He says he's been happy to represent Hong Kong in all the qualifiers, but he sees it from a more practical level.
For me, Olympic is the battle. It's the one jam only, the worldwide jam.
He says he won't try for the next Olympics because he feels he'll be too old and possibly have more injuries.
The worst thing is to get injured. Once you're injured, you may not even be able to return to work.
And do you have any injuries?
I've been injured all over my body. My left hand and my right hand. Then it's really bad because if I can't work, I'll have no income. If I'm training and get hurt, I have no coach. What can I do? It's game over for me.
He says he'd like to see more government support for the sport. He adds breakdancing as part of street culture, and in other countries, breakers can dance in public places.
Some get to dance due to certain gray areas. Take Taiwan, for example. People can dance, and on the subway platform, I don't know if people complain, but they've been doing it for many years. Even in China, it's similar, but not in Hong Kong. Even if there is a place for you to dance here, the minute someone complains, you can never use that place again.
Before school summer holidays, he was teaching kids at school breakdancing for PE class on top of his full-time job.
I want to give the opportunity to the younger generation because I tried it already, but I couldn't make it.
He says he might still join competitions in the future, but he's not so keen on competing. He's more about the dancing.
I don't really think of it, but I just feel in love with it when I'm dancing.
Like B-Boy EX, B-Girl Lady Banan has been dancing since she was 15 years old. It caught her attention when dancers came to her high school to perform, and she's been hooked since.
I think because the move is so difficult and looks so cool. Yeah, so that's why, and also their energy is really high level. At that moment, I just, wow, I want to try and I want to learn.
She started competing and loved it. In 2012, she joined her first overseas competition in Taiwan. She said the vibe overseas was completely different from Hong Kong.
There is more, the vibe is more energy to give it to all the audience. Yes, it's good feeling with the audience and also the judge.
I think in other places, other dancers will give me more energy. It's like getting stronger and stronger. So compared to Hong Kong, although I'm more nervous, I want to use more energy to battle with them.
Lady Banan works as a freelance brow artist and eyelash technician. She works out of this youth center, where she's also started teaching breakdancing to kids.
In addition to teaching breakdance at the youth center, I actually teach some beauty skills to some teenagers, such as eyebrow shaping and some makeup skills, so that they can know more about themselves and they can also improve their motivation for learning.
Before breakdancing was included in the Olympics, she never dreamed she could go so far with the sport.
I don't even think I can do a professional dancer. Yeah, but until the Olympic Games, they announced breakdance is including with the Olympics. So at that moment, I feel I want to do it.
She said she added weight training to her routine to level up her skills in preparation for the qualifiers.
The past year, I think I joined like almost 20 competitions to do the qualifier. Yeah, and in Hong Kong, the qualifier will have 3 times in Hong Kong, so they will pick the top 2 B-girls and top 2 B-boys to go through to the overseas qualifier.
She says that since breakdancing has been included in the Olympics, there's been more interest in the sport.
I think because now the trend is more younger people, they want to learn dance, and also as more parents, they want to send their children to learn breakdance because the Olympic Games.
She says that because there is more floor work such as ground spins and hand or upper body stands, women really have to strength train.
So for women, I think they need more training more harder, or if they want to do the same movement with men, they need to practice more time and take more longer time to do that.
She says she'd like to see more support for the sport, which doesn't have any public areas for practicing. This means it can be costly since you'll need to book a studio. Plus, there's the safety aspect of training as well.
I'd like the government to provide more space and facilities for youngsters and athletes to practice breakdancing, and also provide longer hours in the public spaces, which close at 9 or 10 p.m. Because many people have jobs or need to train after school, so longer opening hours would be better. And also, if these places are safe and have safety measures, it's better since both youngsters and adults can get injured practicing. The government could promote breakdancing more to the public so they know what it is about. It's a healthy and trendy sport.
Lady Banan thinks she's lucky to work in the youth center, so she can practice there, and she has a gym sponsor, so her strength training is free. She's currently preparing youngsters wanting to get onto the Youth Olympic team.
They're so young and so much energy. I feel I look like the younger me.
At 32 years old, B-Boy Think has been breakdancing for 18 years. He works full-time teaching breaking ever since qualifying for the Olympics.
Because we are getting ready for the Olympics, many different schools want to have breakdancing experience classes. So more children are starting to be exposed to breakdancing. But I hope that parents will allow more children to choose what they want to do, whether it's a sport or anything they want to learn. Hopefully it will give them more space to choose more.
Today he's doing a demo for these primary school children, many of whom have never seen breakdancing. He was invited by the school's vice principal to start teaching after he had enrolled in B-Boy Think's dance class.
I train with him regularly every week. I learned a lot from him, and I thought that it really makes sense for me to invite him to actually be one of the coaches at our school, because dance is actually quite big in my school. Unlike a lot of the local schools, our school is actually quite appreciative of the arts.
And the students appear to be enjoying it as they learn about dance battles. B-Boy Think and his team, also known as his crew, take the kids through some basic steps together with Vice Principal Merrick Lee.
Yes, I just hope that I can. I just hope that there can be more. The new generation can participate in breakdancing, and then we can train them. And then they will be our future, representing our Hong Kong to different parts of the world competition.
B-Boy Think says that he will still try for the next Olympics if breakdancing is included, if only to set an example for the youth, although he says it hopes it will be more popular by then.
I will try my best, but really don't need me to go.
And it looks like he's converted a few kids.
I don't really like dancing, but after seeing breakdance, I think I like dancing more now.
Do you think you're going to try and maybe take some classes or learn?
Yes, I think so.
For now, B-Boy Think will continue to compete.
I still really want to represent Hong Kong and participate in different international competitions.
Aside from teaching at schools and in his studio, he's been learning other types of dance to increase his scope. He recalls his first overseas competition and how that felt.
So after 7 years, I learned to go somewhere, in the world. I want to join other competition, not just in Hong Kong. When I travel to the USA, Chicago, my first time to go USA is 2011. I go to join the competition. I feel people so different, so support the culture. Many people go to the competition watching. In Hong Kong, I think it's so hard because we have job every day. So it's different.
He still competes overseas and recently came back from Taiwan. Like the others, he notes that some countries give more support to the street dance culture that breakdancing is a part of.
We are so close to China, so close to Japan and Taiwan, and more children are participating in breakdancing and street dancing. The kids in these different countries can perform on international stage at world-class level. I really hope to see this happen in Hong Kong.
He previously had a full-time job in a wholesale business, but devoted himself to breakdance once it became an Olympic sport. He says it's difficult because supporting yourself while trying to be a high-level athlete doesn't come cheap.
In Hong Kong society, life is too fast and it's expensive. If athletes just concentrate on their sport, when they don't have enough time, then it's hard for them to continue to progress in their interests, because if you can't concentrate on one thing, it will drag down their performance. So I hope the government will provide more support and provide more physiotherapy. If they can have coaches come to Hong Kong to teach, or we can use sports facilities inside HKSI. If we can't use public resources, it will actually be difficult for us to go further for Hong Kong.
For now, he's happy to train the new generation in the hopes of creating a Hong Kong champion for the future.